حق الإعلان.
الإعلان أنا حطنا هالشريحة الأولى.
تمام، نعم صحيح. بإمكانك الآن تشير السلايدات. الله يبارك فيك.
ترى ما أسمع الصوت بعيد، أبغى أطرح.
طيب دكتور سلطان، لو بس تعطيني برضو الصلاحية ككو هوست.
سلايد يعني شيل خلاص.
طيب قناة اليوتيوب يا سلطان مش فاتحة.
دكتور سلطان، أنت تشوف الماوس عندي يتحرك ولا بس؟
أيوة شوف واضح.
أيوة عشان
طيب أخو نايف، لسه إلى الآن قناة اليوتيوب ما هي فاتحة الفيديو.
إيه واضح يا دكتور. طيب يا دكتور يوسف، ممكن الآن يعني تشيك
والله لسه إلى الآن الرابط حق اليوتيوب مش فاتح.
لا لايف يا دكتور.
طيب على بال ما تشيكها احنا بنبدأ على أساس الوقت. طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. First of all, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I want to thank everyone for coming to this webinar. I would like to thank the College of Computer Science and Information System in Najran University for facilitating this event. For student researchers and whoever might be interested in technology topics. I also want to congratulate Dr. Naif for completing his PhD. Dr. Naif has received his master's degree from La Trobe University from Australia, 2013. Dr. Naif has received his PhD degree from the University of Sussex from United Kingdom in 2021. Dr. Naif is specialized in cloud computing, user experiences, digital transformation. Today, Dr. Naif, inshallah, will talk to us about his PhD work, which is titled ACCE-GOV, a new theoretical framework for cloud computing adaptation for e-government system in developing countries. Thank you again for everyone. Thank you, Dr. Naif, for willing to share with us your work. The mic is yours now. Whenever you are ready, you can start.
Thanks, Dr. Yusuf, for this brief introduction. I would like to thank all of you for attendance, and I hope you enjoy in this seminar. Please, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the end. In this seminar, I will present the main idea of my research. So if you have some interest in more details, please, you can contact me later. The research topic is ACCE-GOV, a new theoretical framework for cloud computing adoption for e-government system in developing country, Saudi Arabia perspective. I'm graduated from the University of Sussex, Department of Informatics. My supervisor is Dr. Natalia Bilo and Dr. Martin White. The outline of this presentation will be start introduction, then the aim of research. Next will be research motivation, then the research framework and research methodology, then research finding and contribution. finally future research. In recent years, many governments have worked to invest new technology in their system. One of the top 5 technologies that have been invested in many organization systems is cloud computing technology, which has played an important role in organization system processes. Cloud computing is a practice of using a network of remote servers hosted in the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than local server or a personal computer. Cloud computing has been shown many positive effects in the transaction processing of e-government organization. The Saudi government has given a high level of priority to develop e-government system with high standard of quality. So there are many challenges that face the widespread adoption of e-government system in Saudi Arabia. The main problem in e-government system in Saudi Arabia starts in 2005. The Saudi government introduced an e-government program called Yasser. Then they have introduced other e-government programs. In this time, the internet, it was a low level of speed, and the Saudi government system is ranking 58 worldwide in 2018 and 48 for fixed broadband speed during May 2020. As shown in this figure, the Saudi starts ranking in less than 38, and it should be decrease the number, but unfortunately the number of ranking increased until achieve 58. And the Saudi government system has spent over 250 million per year for adapting and secure data centers, as shown in this graph, which is spent a huge budget of organization to update and secure data centers. A report of e-government transactions are presented by the e-government program called Yes. This report revealed that total number of government organizations are 119, and only 31 of this organization have complete e-government systems. 11 have incomplete e-government system, and 77 only have basic government systems. In this slide, the research motivation is to improve trust relationship between end user and cloud provider. And the second motivation, to improve end user ability to measure, attest cloud security and data integrity, and then investigating the critical factor impact the adoption of cloud computing in e-government system. And finally, motivation, providing a development framework models called ACCE-GOV, as no such comprehensive framework has been developed for e-government system in e-government organization context. The aim of this research is to investigate to what extent will the critical factors affecting government confidence in the Saudi government sector influence the adoption of cloud computing in e-government system based on the technology organization environment framework. To achieve this aim, there is some objectives, which is the first one, to examine the existing issue of e-government system in terms of security, quality of online services, and to review the current prototype framework of e-government systems. And the second objective, to investigate from the perspective of end users the critical factors that affecting adoption of cloud computing in e-government system. And the final one, to develop and evaluate an appropriate conceptual framework that can be utilized to implement the adoption of cloud computing in e-government systems. The research questions has 3 questions. The first one, to what extent will the critical factor affecting government confidence in the Saudi government sector influence the adoption of cloud computing in e-government systems? According to the end users, which factors influence government organization to adopt cloud computing in e-government systems, and to what extent? The final one, what is an appropriate conceptual framework that can be applicable to the Saudi government in adopting cloud computing e-government system? As you know, the future of cloud computing has many positive advantages. The first one is resource pooling and on-domain self-service, easy maintenance, and large network increasing access, availability, automatic systems, economical, security, pay as you go or as you want, major services. This gives advantage of cloud computing for organization to adopt this technology based on the benefit of futures. The conceptual research framework, based on the perspective of many studies and indicators derived in assist the performance of various e-government systems. The theoretical framework proposed to examine these variables influence the adoption of cloud computing in e-government in Saudi Arabia based on 4 theoretical concepts. The first one, technology context, which has many variables, and the second, organization context, which has 2 variables, and environment context has 2, and social context has 3, which extend based on the TOE framework. Research method. This study has been conducted mixed method, quantitative and qualitative method. The target samples was focused on top management and IT indicators, IT directors, and IT employees of Saudi government organization, and we achieved 887 participants has been collected from survey, and 12 semi-structured interview have been conducted from the top management IT in Saudi government organization. This will help us to deep understanding of research problem and how for generalization of study results, and also is the best approach to fulfill the research aim and to answer the research questions. In this slide, show the time life of data collection. I was start in 2018 for ethical approval consideration, follow the Sussex University. And 2018, I was start a small pilot study to ensure the data is clear and there are no mistake. And between in 2019, 10th of March to end of May, I was on the main studies. Also, the data collection targeting top management and IT directors and IT employees of Saudi government organization. Data analysis. The descriptive statistics for collecting data has been used SPSS software for analyzing, and the research has been applied the structure equation modeling procedure in order to examine the proposed conceptual model by using EMOS software version 25 in order to examine the hypothesis. The technique that used for data analyzing, we use confirmatory factors analyzing in order to create a measurement model. For normality test, we have two types of tests, skewness and quartices, and normal data should be between positive and negative 3, and we achieve in skewness 0.84, and quartices we achieve 1.169. And the descriptive statistics, the target sample was focused on top management, IT managers, and employees of Saudi government organization. And these tables show the briefly descriptive data between genders and the position of the participant and the organization who adopt cloud computing, and the number of employees in organizations. In structural equation models, we have some categories which should be achieved as minimum this standards, and the result of data analyzing, we achieve higher than the level of the minimum standards, which is a good fit for all sections, which give us opportunity to move for advanced analyzing. And for validity and reliability assessment, this research model was a measurement for construct reliability, convergent validity, and discriminant validity. I use one equation for structural equation modeling, which is composite reliability. We use standard factor loading for items as one sample variable, which is security. This is the value of factor loading, and in other side, which is the error variance for items. We run this equation with other equation, and we achieve this slide for reliability, we should achieve greater than 0.7, as we have two types of reliability, Chromba alpha and composite reliability, as shown in this table. Chromba alpha is greater than 0.7 and CR greater than 0.7. And for convergent validity, we have two types of test. First one, average variance extent, which should be achieved greater than 0.5, as we achieve this requirement. And for maximum share square variance, it should be achieved less than the average variance extent, which is less than 0.5. And the other validity is a discriminant validity. It is referred to extent of the distinguish between construct and other construct, as this table show. And we use a cross-loading matrix, which has achieved a great value than other the correlation estimate as present, which is most of them greater than 0.7, as shown in this table. After we achieve a modeling fit, we run advanced analyzing, and this research has 12 hypotheses, and we examined by instruction modeling test to identify the relationship in the modeling where empirical exams as follow. And the result of the empirical data analyzing show that 10 hypotheses out of 12 were significant relationship and positive influence, while 2 of these hypotheses didn't meet with the established criteria of this analyzing, as show compatibility and awareness, which is rejected, and other variable, which is support and significant influence to adopt cloud computing. And in this slide, show the final stage of the reverse research model, adoption model. As mentioned before, the compatibility and awareness is rejected, and there is no significant influence, which should be less than 0.05, and attitude and trust show a strong significant effect to adopt cloud computing, and other variables show normal affecting to adopt cloud computing in e-government systems. The main research contribution, as mentioned before, the variance dimension of the phrase of dimension of the theoretical framework of research. We adopt technology organization environment models compound with the dimension of innovation models in 4 dimensions, and we extend social context. And other contribution, we use mixed method in e-government organization context, and we can generalization this framework and appropriate framework for developing country. And also we examine different perspectives from top management and IT administrations of e-government organization. And for limitation, we have some limitation for research scopes and some potential interviews refuse to participate in this study, and we have limitation for time and resource constraint. And for future research, we can increase the number of organizations, and also we can apply other method for data collection as like focus group, also case study, and we can increase or encourage the government organization by create a cloud government platform to show the benefit of this adoption. And this is my publication as is published all and is available in conference and journals. And thank you for attendance and listening to my presentation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naif. This is really informative talk. I really want to thank you and extend my thanks to everyone who's coming today. So does anyone have any questions? Go ahead, Fatma.
Okay, assalamu alaikum, Doctor. Thank you for this lecture. I just want to ask you about some point in advantage. Advantage about future or some point. Can you put the slide?
The future work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before that.
You mean this?
No.
No.
Maybe the fourth slide.
I couldn't hear you.
Number 4, fourth slide. Go back.
Which slide?
In the beginning, Doctor.
Okay, sorry.
Slide number 4.
Okay. Okay, this, yeah. No, before that.
Okay.
The figure, Dr. Naif, the figure.
Oh, figure.
Figure. Sorry, yeah.
The figure of cloud computing features.
This slide, you mean this slide or what?
No, the slide of the figure of cloud computing features.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. About the point 9.
Yeah, 9.
Explanation?
Yeah, as you go?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you want? Explain or what?
Yeah, can you explanation?
Okay. This feature is give organization use the capacity of cloud computing what they want and pay for what they used. In other side, in local server, you can buy a server for a huge amount, but use a small capacity, and we don't use other capacity. Is cost a huge money, but in cloud computing, what you used, you pay for it.
Okay, it's clear now. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Naif. Thank you, Fatma. I'm assuming that Fatma is one of our students, so that's a good question. So anyone else? Any question? Any other questions?
Yes, Dr. Yusuf.
Go ahead, Dr. Turki.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Congratulations, Dr. Naif, for this achievement, and welcome back to the college. I'm interested to know the critical factors that you've mentioned. How did you derive these factors?
Sorry. Can you repeat, please, because it was muted?
All right. So how did you derive these critical factors? So when you say critical, so
Yeah.
could you please tell us how did you decide these were critical factors? Because I don't see. I mean, the first motivation was to what extent the critical factors. So were you able to go back to literature and find these factors, or did you find this in other countries that were applied? I'm just curious, how did you derive these factors?
As I mentioned before, this variables is based on the perspective of many studies, and educators derived in assist the performance of various e-government system. So we adopt technology organization environment model, which has these categories, and I extend this model by social context, which has attitude and awareness and trust based on other studies that show influence in other sectors and other countries or other studies. So after analyzing previous studies, we found this variables is applicable for Saudi government and also is show significant in other studies, which allow us or give us opportunity to examine these variables in Saudi government organization sectors.
Thank you. All right. So I would assume that the context here, as you mentioned, plays a role. I mean, if you compare the country, I mean, let's say Saudi Arabia to, let's say, somewhere in Africa or, Asia, whatever, I think the context would matter here. So were you able to take this into account when you propose the factors? Because we might be biased if we just apply the factors that affect the Saudi government or the Saudi country to other country. I'm just curious to know if you were able to assess these factors and see whether it's applicable to the context of Saudi Arabia or not.
Okay, I will give you an example. I will show you. In some countries, there is no regulation for e-government systems or online systems. But as Saudi government, they have strict regulation, which is the main idea is should cloud computing located in Saudi government, Saudi Arabia, is not outside of Saudi Arabia. But other country like European country, they have like union community, and they can locate their data center in other country, and they can share their data. But in Saudi government, there is a strict regulation, does not allow any organization to locate data center out of our region. Also, the awareness. In developing country, the awareness is effect for a new technology. Also, a trust. If you invest this technology or the organization invest this technology, they can trust their technology. But for other organization, they should have evidence or have a guarantee for trust your technology.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I would encourage you to expand this research. I think there is a great potential for your research. So good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Turki, Dr. Naif. These are very good questions. Any other questions? Before that, because you were talking, Dr. Naif, sorry to jump up and ask my question. You talked about trust.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to know the human factor here. So you have interviewed so many people.
Yeah.
And we know that these technology are emerging in developing countries. But
Yeah.
one main big question is about privacy. I don't see privacy here. So
Yeah.
is it something based on your experience? Is it something concerning to those people you have interviewed, or based on your evaluation? What do you think of privacy in cloud computing?
It's a good question, Dr. Yusuf. As this model between end users and cloud providers, the privacy is based on the cloud providers. When you deal with the cloud providers, you should have privacy. But for encourage user trust the cloud provider, it should be has security, not privacy. Privacy when you use the technology, but in this research we use encourage or investigate the confidence of Saudi government to adopt cloud computing. When you use privacy, use it when use this technology. But until now, Saudi government not start or still in the first age of adoption cloud computing.
Okay. So I have read the document of digital transformation or the national transformation of Saudi government, and they have focused in so many things about privacy issues. But how do you evaluate these emerging applications, websites like Tawakkalna, Abshir, so many other technologies? Do you think there is a concerning thing about privacy in these applications? Since you are focusing on Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. As you know, this application is located in local server, is not adapted in cloud computing. As you know, when you go outside of Saudi Arabia, you can't access full features of, like for Ashers, for Yasser, you can't access your account. But when you adapt this application or these programs in cloud computing, this gives opportunity to full access from anywhere, anytime. Also, there is some vision start after this pandemic, which is the Saudi government has a good experience in last 2 years for move all applications and organization systems to digital transformation, which is move the ranking from 58 to 33 in 2001. And this gives us hope to in the future we become in the top 5 or top 10 government organization in the world.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Naif. And I know there is so many awareness is going on about cybersecurity, cloud computing.
Yeah.
It's a very important topic, and I really appreciate your direction in studying these things. So does anyone have any other questions? We don't want to Dr. Naif to have another bypass, but it's a very interesting topic, and that's why everyone is asking questions. Dr. Asad?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Congratulations, Dr. Naif, and welcome back, and thank you for this informative presentation. Dr. Naif, we can see in the IT, the e-government, the debate of moving to the cloud or staying local. So how to clear this argument? For example, is there a method to follow or criteria to evaluate, or is it up to the top management, or how to clear this this argument? Thanks.
Dr. Naif, can you unmute yourself?
First of all, I will thank Dr. Adil for this question. And to answer this question, before 2020, the interview was contingent, and the idea of most of the top management, they prefer to stay local. But after that, the Saudi government invested the digital city in Riyadh, and they invite 3 top organization cloud providers in Saudi Arabia, such as HTC Cloud and other organization, to share the idea to create or build Saudi cloud center. And in the future, the government will move to the cloud technology because they will ask the global companies to come to Saudi Arabia for investment. And this will be changed in the future.
That's good. Thank you so much. Any other question, please? Any other questions?
If you have any questions or if you want, you can contact me by email for our colleague in girls section, or our colleague in male section. You can contact me in my office or my email.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Can I ask you a question, Dr. Naif? It is
Yes.
not a question, but it is more over a comment and the future directions. So thank you very much for your nice presentation, and it is really the promising results related to the cloud computing adoption and all these things. I would suggest you that this model can further be revised and adopted on the global level rather than the country level. And then because this, you have the already approach on the one country level, but if this can be adopted, the same approach can be adopted into any other country or any developing country which is currently in the process of adoption of the cloud computing, then the comparison will create a new research direction for you, and as well as the number of research output can be produced. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asad. Dr. Naif,
Yes, Dr.
do you have any word about what Dr. Asad?
Really, I couldn't hear you, Dr. Yasser, because it was mute for me.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say, Dr. Naif, that your model which you have produced is a very promising and have good number of the statistics and the results.
Yeah.
So if this model can be adopted to the any other country or on the global level, this will open the new direction for you in the future research, and the comparison of these models will create a very handsome and promising research output in the future.
Yeah, as I mentioned in the contribution studies, this model can be generalized for developing country. As you know, we have in Arab Gulf same level of technology and same level of e-government systems, and we share our cultures, and this can be applicable for in developing country. But in the advanced country, maybe is applicable part of it, because they have other variables that can be applicable in their country.
Exactly, Dr. Naif. So now the question is that you already said that there are 3 layers of the adoption of this model. Number 1 is in the advanced countries, and number 2 is the developing countries, and number 3 is undeveloped countries. So you have the 3 comparison of these models. When you will implement this model into the countries as advanced, middle, and lower, it is going to be another revolutionary model that you can produce, and output can generate several research directions in that.
Yeah, that's right. But when you try to investigate the influence adoption cloud computing in advanced technology, advanced country, first of all, you should study what they achieve in adoption cloud computing. They have high level of adoption cloud computing, such as UK. They have full system in adoption cloud computing, and the US, South Korea, they have full system available in cloud computing. They already adopt cloud computing, but in developing country, they still in first stage, which need a lot of work, a lot of research, investigate what the challenges that band this government or this
exactly what you are saying right now is a future direction. Okay, so now the adopted countries, like you said, South Korea, US, UK, their comparison and their research results are already available in the literature. Okay, the most important part is to investigate those approach in the middle and the lower level countries. So this kind of the comparison is itself a very big contribution in research. You're getting my point and what I'm trying to say you?
Yeah, as you know, there is every country, they have different policy for data center. Some country, they have flexible for regulation. They have a high level of awareness about technology, but some country, they don't have. Based on this, you should first study the current level of cloud e-government system or organization systems.
That's good. That's good, Dr. Naif.
Good. Thank you so much, Dr. Naif, for your answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Asad. I'm assuming Dr. Asad is offering a suggestion for future, so you can consider that, Dr. Naif. So do we have any other questions, please? Any other questions? Okay, as Dr. Naif said, if you have any other questions, you can contact him by his email. Thank you so much, Dr. Naif. for your nice presentation. We really enjoyed the talk, and I find it really interesting. And thank you so much. And we are welcoming you back for rejoining the college. So congratulations again for your PhD. We hope to see you very soon, inshallah. Thank you so much, Dr. Naif. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, please, Dr. Mohammed Mashur. Go ahead.
Yeah, السلام عليكم.
السلام ورحمة الله.
دكتور نايف يعني